Welcome to a Tech Moment on Cannabis Tech. I'm your host, Christina Etter. In this podcast, we take just 15 minutes or less to talk about some of the exciting new science and technology that's happening in the cannabis and hemp industries. Today, we're speaking with Julie Raque, the Vice President of Marketing with Cannabistry Labs. Welcome to the show, Julie. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your role with Cannabistry Labs and what brought you to the industry to begin with?
Thank you, Christina. I'm so excited to be here today. So my name is Julie Raque. I'm the Vice President of Marketing with Cannabistry Labs. My role is to lead the brand building and go-to-market planning for our brands that we license out to one state manufacturer exclusively as part of our IP branding and marketing strategy. I've been with the company for about a year and a half, coming from 10, 11 years in pharmaceuticals, working on various product launches in specialty and primary care arenas. So very excited to be in a emerging, growing industry and really excited to bring some innovation to the consumer market.
Fantastic. And isn't that what this is, I guess what makes the cannabis industry so exciting for all of us is that it really is this brand new industry that we're kind of able to define and make these incredible leaps in technology and in science and like you said, through pharmaceuticals, through food products, all different types of ways. So the cannabis industry just has opened up such a big door of opportunity. So let's talk a little bit about those kinds of opportunities that are cropping up here in the cannabis industry now. Talk about the research and development initiatives at Cannabistry Labs. From what I understand, you have a world-class research and development facility that you're doing some research on. Can you talk a little bit about what kind of research you're doing?
Absolutely. So our company is built on the foundation and cornerstone of research and development. So I'm located in our Chicago office, but we have a pilot lab located in Denver. That is where we have 15 extraction scientists who sit and work on the product development and innovation of cannabis-infused products in various product categories. So really what these individuals are spending a great deal amount of time is really fine-tuning formulation, evolving proprietary technology in the development of these products in this space, and exploring just new ways of applying a lot of the research that had been done in food, in beverage, in pharmaceuticals, and bringing that to the cannabis product development.
Nice. Now, forgive me if I'm wrong, and I might be completely off topic here, but Cannabistry Labs actually produces cannabis products, correct? You're not just a research facility. What types of cannabis products do you produce?
Correct. So we produce the intellectual property of the product development that we then provide to one state manufacturer exclusively. So right now our partnerships are in Colorado, California, soon to be Washington, where our partners are completely vertically integrated and have the capability to produce the brands that we've developed based on the IP that we provide to them. So the products that we've had developed and are in market currently are right now a tincture line that includes 6 SKUs and continues to evolve line extensions under that umbrella. Also are developing a vape pen, which will launch in the August timeframe. And we're doing continual research and development across innovative delivery mechanisms in various product categories. I would say one of the incredible value adds of Cannabistry Labs is beyond providing superior product innovation through our IP strategy. We also provide the branding and marketing of those brands that have fully been vetted with regulatory compliance, state-specific packaging, and brand marcom based off of consumer data specific to the respective states that we enter into.
Gotcha. And that obviously marketing is such a big portion that we're still trying to build that knowledge base on. So it's really interesting to hear to hear you bring that into the discussion and talk about how you're helping with some of those marketing initiatives for these companies as well. So let's talk now a little bit about that proprietary extraction process that you have now. It's called Hi-Fi CO2, correct? So it's a CO2 extraction. Talk a little bit about what makes this unique from other CO2 extraction processes.
Sure. So with Hi-Fi, we are using the umbrella product categories that we are applying to is we have health and wellness, medical, and recreational. So Hi-Fi is a proprietary process that we developed for one of our recreational products, and the extraction does not use heat, but essentially is able to preserve the cannabinoids in the plant very, very closely, whereas usually each process that touches it sort of degrades the integrity of the plant. Hi-Fi is able to preserve the plant and the components to develop oil, which is extra virgin uncut oil. So the oil is very thick in nature, tastes very close to flour, and is really effective in that full entourage terpene effect of what many cannabis connoisseurs have known to come and love. So Hi-Fi is something that we've applied for our vape pen category, and it's a proprietary process that we have trademarked as well.
Yeah, gotcha. You know, it has been very interesting to see the evolution of extracts over the several years that I've been involved in the cannabis industry personally. And it's just such a great thing now to see the understanding behind that full spectrum, full terpene effect that we're finding from the entourage effect or the ensemble effect that all of those cannabinoids provide. So it's great to see these companies in the industry now starting to expand on that and understand that those are a very important part of the product as well. So that's super interesting to hear that you guys are focused on those full spectrum extracts.
And that's really, just to add to that, it really is the ability to preserve all of that for that entourage effect really empowers the effectiveness in optimizing the plant's medicinal effects, the taste, the onset of efficacy for whatever that it's being applied towards. So I think we've really dialed in to getting a very specific profile of the oil that's been developed from this process. And even just in preliminary consumer testing, I think consumers will taste and experience a difference with it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I can definitely see that. So tell us a little bit more about what's on the horizon for Cannabistry Labs. As this cannabis industry continues to grow and mature, obviously, we're learning more about the plant, and the companies are starting to grow and evolve with the industry as well. So what's on the horizon for Cannabistry Labs, and what's in the future for cannabis products?
I think it's a very exciting outlook for Cannabistry Labs right now. We are excited about the innovation and deep pipeline of products that we have coming through the channels of research and development. So we're confident that we're not just a one product category company, but also the business model that we operate under is to continue to add a footprint in states with exclusive partnerships. So as states are now, starting to legalize the recreational market and expanding the footprint of cannabis, we're using our strategy to continue to optimize in the states that we're currently in and offer more of the products that are being developed and commercialized, but also expand our footprint to have products introduced to new markets, new states. So really the goal with our Cannabistry Labs product portfolio is to essentially make these national brands, not just brand specific or state specific products available to consumers only in California, only in Colorado. So we're excited about the potential to have a really broad reach by being able to offer this to state manufacturers that are vertically integrated, but also to bring these brands that we believe are very dynamic and differentiated to consumers nationwide.
Fantastic. Now, we do have a few little extra minutes here, so maybe can we touch base on that a little bit? Because that's got to be an interesting process, going from state to state and learning how to, like you talked about earlier, packaging the product could be different regulations, different compliance rules. So tell us a little bit about what you've kind of seen through your experience in moving from state to state and what that process has been like.
Yeah, it's been one that I've learned very quickly, is just really one that we've had to be adaptable on. I think part of our value is that we provide the IP to these amazing products, but with that, we add the value of having in-house regulatory quality assurance as well as branding and marketing, where we're able to do all the upfront build of state-specific packaging, advertising, promotional, brand marcom build that we're able to turn over to our licensees, who essentially can take it and run with it and adjust for state-specific market-specific needs. But really, they have such a strong foundation that's already kind of gone through the checks and balances of bringing a product to market. So we've done quite a bit of the heavy lifting, and we're looking for partners that are very well structured and positioned to really support bringing these brands to the market. Fantastic.
It's been so much fun to see the industry evolve, and now to see as the laws continue to change and as we start to see more movement in Washington, and see this progression of companies be able to pick up and move from state to state and carry this kind of intellectual property along with them. It's been fun to watch the evolution. Is there anything else that you would like to mention to our listeners while we still have you on the interview today? Maybe how they can get in touch if they might want to partner with you, or how they might be able to reach Cannabistry Labs if they have questions.
Yeah, absolutely. So the only other thing that I would add to this is, it is challenging and exciting as states start to adopt their own regulations of the cannabis products. It does make it interesting on the marketing side, just speaking from my personal lens, that not only do we keep up with state by state regulations here internally, which helps keep us on our toes, but even just social media platforms, ways of advertising and promoting cannabis in this industry as a whole is quite challenging, and algorithms are always changing, and we're starting to see trends of acceptance on that. So I think listeners can be excited and encouraged that brands and the brand voice and reaching the consumer are getting closer and closer to that positive trend of being accepted across various channels and media outlets that we see in traditional consumer packaged goods. So while it's been challenging, it's moving at a very quick pace. So that's exciting. And if anybody would like to get in touch with Cannabistry Labs or interested in partnering, you can visit our website at cannabistrylabs.com, and we have a form on there to accept inbound inquiries, and would be happy to talk further.
Sounds fantastic, Julie. I can't thank you enough for being here with me today and for talking a little bit about Cannabistry Labs and what you do and what you offer to the cannabis industry. Like I stated, it's just been so much fun to see things mature and to see things moving into this professional realm of the cannabis industry that has been kind of missed over the last several years. So it's fun to see things starting to head this way. Thank you again for your time, Julie.
Thank you so much.